Hey Crafty Peeps! Are you ready for some beautiful neutral fall DIYs? Well then let's get into it.
I picked up this pumpkin from Target last year, as well as these flowers, both on clearance. These flowers were normally $10 and I got them for 5, and the pumpkin was $8 that I got it for 80 cents. I'm just showing you some other options you could use for flowers. You could use these burlap ones from Dollar Tree, these new wood ones also from Dollar Tree. Lots of neutral natural flowers will work for this. These papery ones are from Michael's in their scrapbook section. But I'm going to use these ones here. They are just like the solo wood flowers, which you can get from that site, which I'll link below in case you can't find these ones at Target. So I'm just going to play around with the placement. At first I think I might mix them with the burlap and the wood and the different ones. But then I just decided that I like just these wood ivory ones instead. So that is what I go with. And so really this is a very, very simple project. I'm just going to hot glue them around and I'm going to kind of wrap it around. Kind of gives me a little like wedding vibe, these pumpkins. That would be really cool if you did a fall wedding and did pumpkins like this. Oh, that would be beautiful. So I play around here with the sizes. I want to start with a big one and then kind of play around as I go. Now here is what happened during the recording of this video. I always do this little technique where I kind of flip my hand to get the hot glue strings to, not attach. And while I was doing that, see, I'm going to show you the technique here. I put glue and then I kind of do this little twisty thing. That's how I handle glue strings. Well, while I was doing that, I ran my pinky finger right through the hot glue and burnt the shiz out of it. Like really, really bad. It's still healing after like 12 days. So don't do that. Don't get your finger in the hot glue. So the video does cut off before I've gotten all the flowers down, but you get the point. You're just going to be gluing flowers all the way around, and you can see how beautiful that is just sweeping around the side of the pumpkin. Today's video is also a collaboration with Christina over at Christina Elizabeth. She is a fantastic DIYer. You're going to get so much inspiration by heading over to her channel. Christina is one of the first people that I followed on YouTube, and it's so fun that we are now friends and talk all the time about the wonderful world of YouTube and DIYs. So make sure you go over to her channel, give her some love, and tell her that Lisa sent you. I've had these placemats from the 99-cent store for a while now, not quite sure what to do with them, and then I thought I'm going to make a pumpkin. This sign is from Dollar Tree. It's beautiful. I almost hate to make it over, so I actually left it on the front there, or on the back I should say, because it's so pretty, instead of covering it. But as you see, I just took some hot glue and glued down the placemat. Then using some of the faux leather from Dollar Tree, I'm just going to cover the top of this paint stick, and once it dries, I will go ahead and just cut around it. This is another really simple project that is just going to give you a really cool and neutral vibe. And then I'm going to take this Give Thanks from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cover it in some gold paint. I got this gold paint from the Target dollar spot a couple years ago. But gold paint, you can use any gold paint, of course, or any brown, whatever color you like. I just really love this subtle gold paint. It's not like an in-your-face gold. Okay, so now that my stick is dry, I just use regular glue on that. So no, I wouldn't recommend using hot glue because it kind of makes it bumpy. So you're going to want to use just regular glue. Now using some of this berry garland from Dollar Tree, I just take it and I wrap it around my finger to give it that curly Q look, and this will be the little tendrils on my pumpkin. I don't know what you call those. I call it tendrils because that's like hair, but I don't think that's probably right. But I'm just going to make two sides that are curly and then glue it to the top there. Now you didn't see me glue the the stem down. I don't know where that footage went, but I'm pretty sure you understand that I just hot glued that stem to the top. And then as far as the bow, it's just a simple bow. I will show you in this next project or two that come up how to make that bow. Again, footage disappeared. I'm very frustrated. My camera just keeps shutting off for no reason. There's plenty of room, plenty of energy, and it just shuts off, and I don't always know. So I am trying to come up with a backup plan there, but thankfully we didn't miss any parts of the project that you really needed to see. Again, I'm just gluing it all down, and look at how simple and easy that is. And I'm going to just make a little tie here on the back using some hot glue and then my staple gun, and that's going to make it nice and secure, so now I can hang this up on the wall. Or you could also just put it in like one of the little plate sitters. That would work as well.
I've been hanging on, counting days, thinking it was me all along. Had a million conversations in my head about where it went wrong.
This project was so much fun to make. I had a vision of this in my sleep actually, and I couldn't wait to get up and make it. Not that I got to do that the next day, but this is so fun. So I'm taking this lightweight spackle from Dollar Tree along with a canvas. Now this canvas measured at 18 by 14. It's just one of the cheapy Michaels ones. And then just with my fingers, I am going to like finger paint practically, and I'm going to make the shape of a pumpkin, and this is so fun. If you don't want to use your fingers, you can use the little like paint spatula, the paint knife that you've seen maybe Bob Ross use, but it was so fun. It was really easy to control with my fingers, and as you can see here, I'm just getting clumps of it. I take the clumps out and then, just smooth it in my fingers again, and then just keep pressing it down in the shape of a pumpkin. And I'm going to make a big pumpkin and then like a smaller one that's sitting behind it, and just getting that cool texture out. I wanted this to look really high end, and there's so many different things you can do. Like I thought about just leaving it just white. I thought looked really cool, but I will paint this as well, give it some extra texture. So I'm going to let you watch while I get this spackle down onto the canvas.
And I've got no idea where you've been, who you are, not anymore. All I got is this Polaroid picture of us from June 24th. It's where I kissed you for the first time, laid on your sheets. You gave me your heart and said you trusted with me, but all I did was let you down time and time again. It wasn't my intention, maybe we should have been friends. So, you're someone I used to know, but nobody said it'd be easy. But maybe I should have known. One more drink, just swallow it down. I gotta get you out of my mind. But nobody said it was easy. Maybe I should have known. I've been out till late, shifting beds, trying to kill the image of you. Got a million stupid reasons not to call. It's just that I want to. Do you remember how we pulled the drapes in the basement to get away from the world that we couldn't fit in? And how we used to walk those empty streets at night in the city lights is where I saw you for the last time. Said our goodbyes, sat in the car, you saw the pain in my eyes.
Now that my pumpkins are done, I'm going to go around the edges and add some more of this texture. It definitely gives it kind of that border. I put a little bit thicker there at the bottom, but then I'm going to do it all around each of the edges.
I just couldn't let you down time and time again. It wasn't my intention. Maybe we should have been friends. So, you're someone I used to know, but nobody said it'd be easy. But maybe I should have known.
Now I'm using Sandstone by Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going to take my little dry brush here, and I'm going to just start putting it over the entire piece. Now this turned out a little darker. I think originally I was going to do more of a lighter ivory, but I do end up liking how this looks. So if you want it to be a little lighter, go ahead and use one of their like plaster or ivory colors, but again, I'm just putting this across the entire canvas.
Said it was easy, but maybe I should have known. Guitar. So, you're someone I used to know, but nobody said it'd be easy, but maybe I should have known. One more drink to swallow it.
Okay, so here you can see how it's starting to collect onto the big valleys or mountain, not the valleys, the mountains of the spackle there, and it looks really neat. I suggest you always start with a light hand, and you can always make it darker. And then once I use this color, I move over to the antique wax in Waverly, and I continue to do the same type of thing and just darken up the edges. Again, this is one of those times where my camera decided to turn off while I was using that particular paint color. But again, I'm just using the same technique as I am doing here with the sandstone.
I gotta get you out of my mind, but nobody said it was easy, but maybe I should have known. I've been hanging on, counting days, thinking it was me all along. Had a million conversations in my head about where it went wrong. And I've got no idea where you've been, who you are, not anymore. All I got is this Polaroid picture of us from June 24th. It's where I kissed you for the first time, laid on your sheets. You gave me your heart and said you trusted with me, but all I did was let you down time and time again. It wasn't my intention.
Okay, and this is what it looks like when I finish with the antique wax from Waverly. You can really see this is taking shape. Now I'm going to use some of this gold paint from that I got at the Target dollar spot. Any gold paint will do, and I'm going to lightly brush it on some of the tops, the tips. I don't know how I want to say that, the texture. And this is just going to kind of reflect the light a little bit. As you can see here, I'm doing it just very faintly. I just wanted to add just a little bit of the shine to it. I wouldn't necessarily use a glittery one. Make sure it's more of a metallic if you do decide to do this step.
Maybe we should have been friends. So, you're someone I used to know, but nobody said it'd be easy, but maybe I should have known. One more drink to swallow it down.
Now with this fan brush, I just dipped it into the paint again, and I'm just going to start tapping on it. I was kind of hoping to get more of just dots, but sometimes I also got kind of a line of paint. But I just thought that the background needed a little something, and so I just take again some gold paint and kind of flick it around the background. And then this painting is done. I'm in love with the texture. You can see that it wasn't hard to do, but I think it looks really high end. Let me know if this is the type of thing you might recreate. It is definitely fun to just see where it's gonna go and play around with that spackle.
I gotta get you out of my mind, but nobody said it was easy. Maybe I should have known. I've been out till late, shifting beds, trying to kill the image of you. Got a million stupid reasons not to call. It's just that I want to. Do you remember how we pulled the drapes in the basement to get away from the world that we couldn't fit in? And how we used to walk those empty streets at night in the city lights is where I saw you for the last time. Said our goodbyes, sat in the car, you saw the...
I like to challenge myself sometimes, and so I grabbed this little wood snake from Dollar Tree, and I knew I wanted to turn it into a pumpkin, so I popped its head off. Sorry, snake. Used some wood glue and hot glue, and I just attached the tail to the neck, and using a little clip, I set that aside to dry. Then the head there, I popped out the little eyeballs, and then I covered all the holes and everything with some wood filler. And once that was dry, I sanded down that little head. Now, a sweet viewer sent me this a while back, and you can tell it's just a canvas frame and then some of the basket from Dollar Tree that's stapled to the back. So that is how you would make that, but it was already made for me. And you could use like chicken wire and canvas frame, you know, that would work too. Now, using antique wax from Waverly, I'm going to go ahead and paint this frame down, as well as those wood letters which spell out harvest. And then now I have my little snake pumpkin here, and the head is now the stem of my pumpkin. And I know it looks a little funky there at the top, but I am going to cover that with some little wood leaves that I also covered in the antique wax. Make sure when you have something like this, that see-through like that, that you don't glue it down to your workstation, and that's why I flipped it up. So again, gluing everything down, and now I have my little harvest letters that I will also hot glue down. Now these particular ones I got from Wagner's farmhouse, Wagner's Family Farmhouse. I always forget the full name, but I'll link it below. That's where I get a lot of my wood shapes. But I also get wood letters off of Amazon, and I will link that below too. So get all those glued down. Now I'm gluing down these little leaves. These leaves were from Target Dollar Spot, but again, you can get wood leaves at Dollar Tree as well, I do believe. I add just a little twine there in the middle, and now I have this cute sign, and you would never know it was a snake. I'm going to make a simple bow for this wreath swag, and I'm going to start with the largest bow first, and I'm just using this burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree. And as you can see, you pull it around those sticks just like a scarf. That's it. It's super easy, and then you just pinch it in the middle, and now you have a bow. Like, you can't even make a more simple bow than this. And so once I decide how long I want my tails, now I just pinch it, like I said, in the middle, and then you can use whatever you want to secure your bow. You can use twine, a chenille stem, zip tie. I just had some little twine here that matched, so I just went ahead and tied that around my bow. Now for the middle layer, I'm going to move in those dowels one step, so that will make my loops a little bit smaller. And I will use this ribbon. This ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. It's in their year-round section, so I love it for fall, but it also works for great neutral decor that I make during the year as well. So watch for this one. It goes on 50% off, and I want to say it's around $3-ish when it's on sale, and you get a big roll of it. Now moving in my dowels one more time, I will use another bow. This is also from Hobby Lobby in their year-round section. I love the texture of it, and again, I do use it year-round, but it makes for great fall. Once I get all of my bows made, I will now just layer them on top of each other. And again, you can use a chenille stem or a zip tie. I did have the ends of the bows kind of rolled up, so you can iron them or you can steam them. I have the little mini iron from Cricut, and so I did kind of iron out my tails so that they didn't roll up like that. I grabbed 2 of these leaf wreath forms, that's hard to say, from Dollar Tree, and this is going to be the sides to my swag here. And I'm taking a zip tie and I'm going to weave it in and out here to get it to be really secure together. Now I think these wreath forms are really neat. I don't know that I've actually seen a wreath made with them as far as on the leaf itself. If you'd like to see another project I made with these, I'm going to link that video right up here in the corner, and you can see another way that I used this. So now I have my beautiful bow here that I'm going to attach to the middle of these leaves. I'm going to do it with a zip tie. And then I'm going to use some hot glue to just give that extra security of the bow to the frame the way that I want it to lay. Now this is kind of a little bit of a flimsy swag with the way that it just lays, but once you hang it up on the wall, it should lay very nicely. Once I get this all glued into where I like it, I'm going to take one of the little burlap pumpkins from Dollar Tree and add it to the center, and that's it. Super easy, simple project. Again, but I think it looks high-end and like nothing I've seen in the stores. Of course, I've got to dovetail those ribbons, and this is the finished project. I think it looks really great. I'd love to know which project was your favorite down in the comments. Now head over to Christina's channel and get wowed by her DIYs. Make sure that you like and subscribe. I have more fall DIYs coming. Until next time, happy crafting!